I was the funniest kid all through elementary, all through high school, first year of college, because then I quit to become a comedian.
You never imagined in your wildest dreams that I'd be this close to you. I get that!
I'm Jeff Garlin, comedian of some notoriety. I just did a set here at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California. You ask me anything, and you can see how I talk. When you think about an audience, think about this. They all have different DNA. They do. They all have different types of jobs. Some hate their jobs, some love their jobs. Some of them have worked all day. Others had started drinking earlier. Others just worked out. Others had a fight with their spouse or girlfriend, and they're here, even though in the car it was a nightmare. Well, when you put all that together, plus different other things I'm not thinking of, that's a different organism. You know, that's why audiences are not the same. The journey and the history of their lives makes up the audience. It's not random. Well, it is random, but that's what it is. It's an entity. It's not like I'm talking about a haunted house. Entity. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Playing the Laugh Factory is like lifting weights for me. I'm just lifting weights. I'm working to be better all the time. And a lot of my peers, I'm 62, I've been doing it for 42 years. And early on, it was like, if I get on stage at the Laugh Factory, how did I do that? You know, and Jamie put me on when I was a young kid. That's Jamie Masada, who is the one of the, I don't know what he is anymore here, but he's a mensch. And I love him so much. 80% of success is showing up, but it's showing up and just hammering. This is what I do. So here's my stand-up story. So I'm a little kid, and I'm talking about 3 years old, 2 years old, and I'm glad I'm holding this because I can do it. So my parents are giving me a bath, and I filled it up with the soapy water, the shampoo bottle, and I went, it's concentrated. Oh, did they laugh? So what did I say again? That's all I did. They kept laughing. Later on, I added the word brassiere, girdle, Jamaica, and it would make my parents laugh, like hard. And then I became more of that at school. You've seen me perform. So I was the funniest kid all through elementary, all through high school, first year of college, because then I quit to become a comedian, officially at the Comic Strip in Fort Lauderdale. So, and my heroes were the comedians on TV, comedians on The Ed Sullivan Show, the comedians on Johnny Carson. When I was 8 years old, my parents took me to see a guy named Jimmy Durante. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's some of his memorabilia here in the building. He was, for anyone who's seen the movie, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, he was the old guy who kicked the bucket and told them put them on their journey to get this money. So I saw him, and I was at this place. It was the Empire Room at the name of the hotel in Chicago. They used to have these great shows. And I was in there, and my parents, I remember, were sitting on the railing. It's a nightclub, bigger than this. They had a lot of stars there, and Jimmy Durante was a big star. But I was so taken by the people laughing, me laughing. Oh, this is your thing. I was like, what the is that? It's your microphone. Me laughing, and him. I was so in awe of him. So the car ride back, I say to my parents, is that a job? They said, yes, that's a job. I said, well, that's the job that I want. So for my entire life, I loved stand-up comedy. I loved SCTV. I loved Monty Python. I loved George Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield, Richard Pryor. What a great love. But like my whole life has been in love with comedians. And I also love improvising and all that, which that's what started Curb Your Enthusiasm. I hate just saying Curb people. It's what we say because it's easier than going, hey, Larry, I'll see you tomorrow on the set of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's just dumb. So to this day, I do comedy to heal people's pain and make them laugh to do that. And in turn, if they're digging it, it heals my pain. Until I can't stand, until I can't talk, which I tore a quad recently, but I still could talk. I will be a comedian. I love being a comedian. I'm honored that I get to go on a place like the Factory, that's the short. This is a lovely and wonderful place. Between the owner, the employees, the audience, if it's not a joy for me, why do I want to come back? The thing I'm most proud of in my career is this movie I did for Pixar called WALL-E. I was the captain of the ship, and I didn't ever saw a piece of it when I was recording, and I wept when I saw it. But yeah, for me, and that was joy and artistic. So when you get those gifts, and they are gifts, when they cross, that's also, I did my last special, I did this thing where I say, don't follow your dream, which I mean that. And I said, oh, what? And I go, do what you're great at. And so if you're great at accounting, do that. And then years later, when you have all this money because you're a rich accountant, do some recording time. You're going to move to Nashville, record some stuff, hire a band, play it for your friends, let them tell you stink. Now, I am lucky enough to where what I do crosses over with what I'm great at or good at. And that is just, I'm just grateful for all of it. And I don't sit here going, I'm great, because there's a higher power above me or around me, the universe, where I ain't shit. But I've been blessed with this gift that I make people happy, and in turn, they make me happy. Do you know when I came off, all I wanted to do was go home. That's it. But I stayed here because it was actually interesting, and I enjoyed it, and I love this new green room.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.